Amanda, welcome back.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank
Good
all
to
of y'all.
see you back,
Appreciate your
Amanda.
love and your prayers. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Well, this is On the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron. I am Pi Frisbee Metatron, your hostess with the mostest. And you know what? Today is a good damn day to be me. Wait. Every day is a good damn day to be me. Now, today we're still not going to do the Homie the Clown repeat after me, but I want everybody to repeat this. You can keep yourself on mute. If you dare to unmute yourself, you can, but you don't have to. But just repeat this after me. Today is a good damn day.
Good damn day to be me.
Every day
is
a good damn day.
Is a good damn day
to be me.
To be me.
Believe it.
Believe it.
Be it. Live it.
Live it.
And demand it from all that you come in contact with. That's how we rolling into 2022.
Woo. And that is why I didn't unmute myself. You weren't finna trick me.
Well, any day above ground is a good day for me, so that's why I had to do it. I had to comply.
That's my saying, Miss V. Every day on this side of the dirt is a good damn day. I don't care what's going on.
I mean, I don't either.
Every day on this side of the dirt. So I know that as we're getting into the planes of expression, that these lessons are very complex. Did I leave anyone after the last lesson perplexed, confused, or with any type of questions? I know that there was a question at the end about receiving a cipher or a zero on a plane. And I mentioned it a little bit then, but I will start out with that today. But I really wanted to open the floor up and ask, is there any lingering questions, any type of questions about the planes of expression or any other part of what we have been breaking bread with each other these past few weeks, days, weeks, and months? Anybody have any questions? Or has anybody got that one question that they want to ask it, but they don't want to blast it? But yeah, we can blast it today. Take some questions. If anybody has any, if there are any areas where
this not necessarily dealing with the plane of expression. So this may be for a call like afterwards, because we're not dealing with this, but again, with the pinnacles and the challenges.
Yeah, those are coming up, and in my numerology, they're not pinnacles and challenges. They are opportunities and obstacles.
Okay.
So those are, I could say probably somewhere around this world's retail therapy heartbreak before the end of the year. You know, somewhere around when folks is getting bankrupt for one day before the end of the year, we'll get to the opportunities and the obstacles. Not too far away.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Looking at where we're at right now and then where they are actually, they will be, after we get done with the planes of expression, the pinnacles and the challenges or the obstacles and the opportunities is next. So that's what we will be covering those next. All right. Anybody else? Anybody have any questions? Miss Deirdre, you have any questions you want to ask before we get started today?
Hi there, Mark and everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm actually on a call, so that's why I haven't been saying anything. So I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Well, I'm glad
you.
that you're here. Thank you. All right. All right. So this is Master Self Numerology, November 9th, 2021. This is our regular 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time class. And today we're diving further into the 4 planes of expression. Today we're dealing with number intensification. And what that means now, now we're getting into how we really interpret the numbers that we get on the planes of expression, what you want to take into consideration on each plane. And then the last lesson on this will get into the actual numbers on the planes. So the number intensification, this is where your knowledge will accelerate, especially in this intensification. And you can apply the rule of intensification on everything. The charts in a person's chart, in essence, if they have an over intensification of a 1 number or 1 letter or something, that would be the same rule that you would want to use here. Okay. All right. So 4 planes of expression, number intensification. You will find that every chart you do, even if it's your chart that you do over and over, and I do recommend that once we get through all of this and I show you a sample of how you would write out a chart, I recommend that you do your numbers yourself every month and rewrite the numbers, even though you know them, rewrite them in every spot each time. That way you will get a familiarity with your numbers, and then you will begin to see deeper into your numerical patterns, which is the part of the equipping that I really, really get excited about when I can equip you guys with that capability. So you will find that every chart you do will be different, and that you will occasionally come up with a cipher or a 0. That's what we would call the 0 a cipher on yours or someone else's plane of expression. This is as accurate a description of character as many numbers on any plane. And listen to that. A cipher or a 0 on yours or someone's plane of expression is as accurate a description of character as many numbers on any plane, because you can't have many numbers on any plane. It does not mean what it suggests. I know everybody's thinking, if you got a 0 there, oh, if I got a 0 on emotions, that means I have no emotion. Well, no, that's not true, because we all have emotions, and or if you had 0 on the mental, you would think that you don't have a mind. Well, yeah, you do. It does not mean what it suggests: a blank, a lack, or some sort of deformity or limitation of expression. It simply means that the person's response on that plane will not be outstanding, and that some other plane is the key to the type, to your type or talent. Let's break that down. It doesn't mean what it suggests. It's a blank. Like I said, if you got 0 physical numbers, that doesn't mean you got nothing on the physical. Hell, your body is walking around and you're alive. You got something on the physical. Okay. It does mean that you just won't be outstanding. If you got 0, if you got no 4s or 5s in your name, yeah, you physically, this is going to be a struggle for your life anyway. You have no stability and no adventure. It'll be a struggle. It will be a struggle. But it means if you have, you know, all your numbers and then you don't have any intuitive numbers or any emotional number, it doesn't mean a lack of that. It just means you will not be outstanding on that, and that's not one of your stronger planes. You still have emotions. If you have a cipher anywhere, you still will experience that. The fact that we are alive and walking around means that we could have a 0 on the physical and still be here. So you guys understand what I mean by that? Yes, Victoria.
I have a question.
Absolutely.
So the higher the number in the plane, does that intensify the emotion?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Oh,
That
yes.
explains a lot.
I'm gonna get to some of those intensifications here in a minute. But yes.
So I take it at 8 on an emotional plane is high.
Well, but the numbers don't lie, and the numbers are what they are, no matter where they are. So, you know, the 8 is a positive number. You really strong in your emotions. You are not overly emotional, yet sometimes the flood will come. But you pretty much solid, and you expand your emotions according to the situation, circumstance, or endeavor. So if it's a little small shit, you give it a little small emotion. If it's something big, you can expand to match that. Nothing can emotionally overwhelm you. Mentally, physically, maybe intuitively, yeah, but emotionally, can't nothing emotionally overwhelm you. You are sturdy, you're solid, and you energize your own self. You don't even need nobody to energize your emotions. You can do that all by yourself. How am I doing? Is that pretty
Interesting
good?
enough that you say that. And like, to me, I say people mistake my emotions for passion. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm very passionate, especially when it comes to things that I care about.
Absolutely.
And when I express my emotions with regards to that, people are like, why are you so emotional? I'm like, no, it's not me being emotional. I'm just very passionate. And to me, it's a difference.
It's a very, very delicate yet distinct difference. Yes, absolutely.
But you're right on the nose. Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
Thank you for that, Victorious. Never condemn anyone for a low degree on any plane. Again, I can't stress this enough. There are no bad numbers. There are no bad astrological signs. There are no bad birth cards or backup cards. Now, is there some bad folk? Yes. Yes. But there are bad folk all through the deck, bad folk all through the zodiac, bad folk all through the numbers. So I really want to stress that. Never condemn anyone for a low degree on any plane. So don't assume that if they got 1 or 2 on the physical that they little punks. It's deeper than that. Yeah, they might be short in stature, but it's deeper than that. So never condemn anyone for a low degree on any plane. Let it be a guide to vocational placement in business and a means of understanding the temperament of people around you, especially your spouses, partners, children, and other significant loved ones, and your close coworkers. You would want to, however you can, all the folks that is close to you, you would want to get their government name and birthday. And that's all you need. You don't need nothing else. Just get what's on that birth certificate, because you can tell a lot about how to deal with somebody if you know what they are on the physical emotional, mental, and intuitive plane. That right there, just understanding this part of numerology, it will put you guys so far ahead of your contemporaries, because you'll be able to, oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you know somebody is 7 on the mental, you won't get in a debate with them. If you know they're 7 on the emotional, expect to get cussed out a lot. 1 on the emotional, they're going to start the shit all the time. All the time. 4 on the emotions, stable, solid. 2, balanced, yet delayed. 3, scatterbrain. Yeah. 3 on the emotions, one day cool, next day, what? Yeah. 3 and a 5, yeah. Yes, Miss V.
Yeah, so you've done the emotional, or are we doing
No,
it
no, no,
today?
no, no. I'm just
Okay.
making just
A
making some observations.
statement. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. already said
So
that.
yeah, let it be, whatever the number is on any plane, let it be a guide to vocational placement in business and a means of understanding the temperament of people around you. You will save yourself a lot of heartache and a lot of turmoil just by doing the numbers of everybody that y'all fool with on a regular basis. Everybody. Mm-hmm. You'll save yourself a lot of turmoil and a lot of heartaches. Ladies, you can run the planes of expression, and you'll be able to tell what type of temperament this brother have or whoever. You can use it in your business and make decisions based upon, if it's a mental thing, you look at what are they on the mental. If it's spiritual, what are they on the intuitive? You look at other things too, but that's if you want a quick snapshot of somebody, look at their planes of expression. Planes of expression and their essence, where they are in their name. You can't and that's an up-to-date snapshot, bam, of who they are. Any questions? Any comments? All right. Talking about low degree on the physical plane, because if we have someone, with a cipher or a 1, maybe a 2 on the physical plane, practicality is not the dependable side of their character. So they are not practical. Because they lack those practical numbers. Remember, 4 is that practical number, is stable and secure. 4 is assigned to the physical plane. So practicality, if you are lacking in physical numbers in your name, practicality is not what you hang your hat on. It's not the dependable side of your character. It doesn't mean that you're lacking of practicality. It just means that that's not your dependable side, that you lean your dependable side is opposite of practicality, or not necessarily opposite. It's just other than. Yeah, I don't like to say opposite. That's an extreme. It's other than practicality. Low degree on the physical plane, there is a lack of caution or sense of values. That's that daredevil shit that I'm talking, that I want to mention. If you have low numbers on the physical plane, yeah, you got a lack of caution. You jump off a roof. God forbid you have low numbers on the physical plane and you are a 7. Yeah, because 7 is a daredevil too. Yes, Victorious.
So when you say low numbers, you're saying anything under a 5, or you're
I'm saying if you have 2 or less physical numbers in your name.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about the count that is in the count of letters.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, got it.
So if I say 2, that means you got 2 4s or 2 5s or 1 4, 1 5 in your whole name.
Okay.
Yeah. And low degree on the physical plane. Long periods of physical or hard work will break the body down. And that makes sense. If you are you know, like a 0 or a 1 or even a 2 on the physical plane, and you working in the field, yeah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Hard work and physically strenuous work will systemically break you down because you don't have the physical numbers in your name. You don't have the physical makeup in your name to withstand all of that. Yeah. You got low physical numbers, you gotta work in the office. Can't work out in the plant.
Can you work for yourself? If
Oh,
you got the low
absolutely.
physical numbers?
Oh, if you got any numbers, you can work for yourself. All numbers point to being an entrepreneur. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can work for yourself. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Absolutely. If you have no physical plane numbers, the physical plane is not the place of power for you. Physical work and application will be avoided. Not could be or can be or might be, it will be at all costs. And you must use other plane talents for vocational direction. That's if there's no numbers. And then now many numbers, that's 5 or more would be considered many numbers on the physical plane. Most names have 4, 3 or 4, 3 to 4 to 5. So many is 5 or more. Many physical plane numbers. Hold on, the camera didn't went somewhere, but there she is. Gives tremendous endurance and ability to withstand harsh conditions. Anybody have their physical plane number? Is it more than 5?
Is this something you did while I've been away? Because I haven't.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Vanda.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 6 physical plane numbers. Unmute yourself, Jolene.
Oh, sorry. Hi, am I still a 7 in this?
This is no. You might have 7 somewhere. Hold on. I can look for you. Yes, Deirdre.
Oh.
I think I missed this too.
Yeah. This. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Let me get the 4s and 5s are physical plane numbers.
What you said?
4s and 5s. Then D, M, V, and E, N, W are physical numbers. Hold on.
It's hot in here.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna help y'all out real quick. Okay. 4s and 5s are physical numbers. 1s and 8s are mental numbers. So your
We did do.
H's, Q's, and Z's, and your A's, J's, and S's are mental. your B's, K's, and T's, C's, L's, and U's, F's, O's, and X's are emotional.
What are those numbers?
2, 3s, and 6s are emotional. 1s and 8s are mental. 4s and 5s are physical. And 7s and 9s are intuitive. So you would, how you figure that, you figure how many 4s and 5s you have in your name, and you get a number. You should have quite a few mental numbers. I'm looking right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least. Deirdre.
I remember this now.
Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, I had a lot of 5s, 4s.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now what you got. Deirdre, you have 10 on the physical, 1 on the mental, 2 on the emotional, and 3 on the intuitive.
Thank you.
All right. And
How many do I have?
hold
Yeah,
on.
me too. He don't know everybody.
I know I opened up a can of worms.
You open up a can of worms for sure, because I ain't been here in a couple of weeks. I need some help.
Hold on, you guys. Okay. And Vanda. Miss V, you are 7 on the physical, 5 on the mental, 1 on the emotional, and 3 on the intuitive. Hold on, Jolene. I know you're gonna ask next.
Let me get my pen ready.
Jolene, you are 4 on the physical, 2 on the mental, 4 on the emotional, 3 on the intuitive.
Thank you. Thank you. That helps.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Nope. All right. So many physical plane numbers. The reason why I was asking that, I have 6. Gives tremendous endurance and ability to withstand harsh conditions. Even when ill, the endurance to pull through is always there. And you have strong positive opinions and a cautious practical nature. I wanted to bring that up because I have beat back 2 very serious bouts with my colon and 1 not as serious since 2009. And I absolutely know, with the holistic things that I do, all of that, but I definitely know that my 6 on the physical is largely responsible for my recuperative powers and for my body being able to withstand what someone without those many physical plane numbers probably could not have withstood. Yes, Deirdre.
Thank you. So in that, on the physical plane, whether you have high numbers or low numbers, does that say that you will experience that, or that you have the ability?
You have the ability. You have the ability. And even think about it like this. You have all of this, we're not promised that we're going to have great physical health, but because you have tremendous endurance and the ability to withstand harsh conditions, and even when ill, you pull through, and you always have that to pull through, always.
Yeah, because I'm Wonder Woman, goddammit.
Yeah, I already know.
That's,
Yeah, I'm
there
already,
you go.
look, I'm
There you
already
go.
knowing. I'm already knowing. Yeah, yeah. Because you
I'm
have
gonna
many
second that.
physical-
I'm gonna second that one.
because you have many physical plane numbers doesn't preclude you from having physical ailments. It does give you the endurance and the ability to withstand the conditions and to pull through. Yeah. Yes, it does. Is your hand still up, or did you have another
Oh,
question?
no, thank you. I just
Okay.
forget to take that hand.
No worries,
down.
no worries, no
Thank
worries.
you.
All right. Any questions about the physical plane, those intensifications? Any questions? All right.
I have another question.
Absolutely.
So when you suggested to us to always run someone's numbers, this is included in that. The four.
The four planes of the planes of expression.
Yeah, that's how we'll be.
Oh
able to
yes.
start
If you
everything.
don't get it, then I would never get a numerology reading from that person again. Yeah, it's in mine. Yeah, whatever I'm teaching is in my report. Yes.
No, I mean, like if we're interacting with someone and you say run their numbers just to make sure it's like you were saying earlier, like one number you said you're bound to have an argument.
Oh yeah, if they like one on the emotional, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're a starter. One's on any plane, are they starter? Yeah, they're starters. Because one is here, one is first. They're first. All right. Any other questions on the physical plane and the number intensifications? All right. Let's go to the mental plane. If there are no mental plane numbers, again, it doesn't mean that they walking around without a brain or a mind, although some people would think that. It just means character is not a mental type, even with a high Q. You understand what I mean? They could be a brainiac as smart as hell and have no mental numbers. That they just ain't mental. They just, yeah. It's just not their thing. It's just not their thing. The reason why, quote unquote, the reason why is never important to them. Never. They just don't care. They really don't on a mental plane. They just finding out reason why, doing research, diving into, going down a rabbit hole. Yeah, they'd never do that.
I mean,
Never.
yes.
They never do that at all. Yes, Deirdre.
So that means that, like, for instance, I have a 1 in the mental area, right?
Uh-huh.
That means that I would flow more on the intuitive, or
No, your 1 on the mental means that you are quick mentally, and you always have a ready comeback for any slight, for any disrespect, anything like that. You quick on the mental. You have a quick wit, and you sometimes can overpower people with the power of your mind. Yeah, that's what your 1 on the mental means.
oh, so if I had 5 on the mental, it would mean what?
That would be many mental numbers. That's a lot of 1s and a lot of 8s. You would have 5, and I'm gonna get to that next. That's the next one that's coming up. Also, no mental plane numbers never find themselves lost in thought. You know how you can have somebody that's is working on some. My roommates all the time, they be like, "Man, look like you're heavy in thought. You're lost in thought." Or, yeah, I'm lost in thought. You know how you say that? You be lost in thought. No mental plane numbers, that never happened to you, ever. Never be in your head at all. You don't care about all that. You don't care about all that.
May I say,
Yeah.
my experience with that is I live in my head a lot, excuse me, to the point that if someone comes and starts talking to me, I feel offended because they have interrupted.
That's one on the mental. Yes, that is a damn sure characteristic of one on the mental. I didn't invite your ass in here. Right. Absolutely.
I give the look and they say, why are you looking at me like that? And I didn't mean to look at them like that, but they just totally interrupt. It was like interrupting a computer flow.
Absolutely. Yep. That's definitely a one on the mental characteristic. Absolutely. Thanks for that. Yes, Jolene. Jolene and then Vanda.
Yeah, I think this is so true. Like when I was dating someone in California, they wanted to open the door for me, like open a car door, open the door. And I was so much in my head, I would just go and do it myself. I wasn't relaxed enough. I was so much in my head because I roll by myself usually, and I forget that person is there. That is not nice. That is not nice.
It's all right. It's all right. You'll get it there. Thanks for that. Yes, Miss V.
Yeah, does it have anything to do with Mercury? Because I have my third house is Mercury and my Venus is in Mercury, and it seems like the better my love, my thinking in my mind, but also is in my heart too, because I just have that Venus, and I need that type of conversation, and I like that type of people.
If you have many how many did I tell you had on the mental?
Oh, you said I got 5.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. If you have many mental numbers, if you have a lot of 1s and a lot of 8s in your chart, you have fine reasoning power, strong will, and executive ability. However, reason always rules over the heart. Always. You ain't gonna get rolled over by no fairy tale fantasy love affair. No. If you got many mental plane numbers, no. You're like, nope, we're not going for that. And you have the ability to push things through to their logical conclusion. You can think out of plan 100 steps and in logical order.
Wow.
If you have many mental plane numbers. But most of us 4 or 5, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Yeah, that's average.
Okay.
It's average for us.
Okay.
Any questions about the mental plane numbers intensifications?
Okay.
All right. This is the one I know everybody is waiting to talk about, the emotional plane. If you have no emotional plane numbers or a few, 1 or 2, the ability to express your feelings and emotions is limited, or it just ain't important to the person. You ever deal with somebody, ask them how they feel? I'm all right. What's wrong with you? Nothing. And they were almost emotional, not emotional, almost emotional. Almost seemed like they had no emotions. Yeah, they had 0 or 1 emotional number in their name, 1, 2, 1, 3, or 1, 6. The ability to express your feelings is limited, or it's just not that important. Anybody ever dealt with somebody where they dealt with somebody, now that you think back, they must have had 0 or maybe a few emotional plane numbers because their emotions and expressing them, they just never did, or it just never seemed important? Yes, Ms. V, share a little bit about that if you can.
Yeah, I have somebody around me like that now, the guy Michael I was telling you about, you know, and it just seems like he's just emotionally, you know what I mean? So I don't really bother him that much, you know what I mean? Because I'm like,
Absolutely.
is this a robot or what? I mean,
I
he's
got you.
nice, his name is Michael, he got good numbers, you know, and all
Right.
that, but when it comes to emotions, like,
Just not there.
yeah, it's like, okay, I can adjust to
Solid.
that.
I got you. I got you. Thanks for that. Yes, Victorious. Please share.
Interesting enough, my mom has a one on the emotional plane, and both my brother and dad have twos, but they share the same first and last name. And that definitely applies
Yep.
to all three of them.
Yep.
Ironically, one's a Gemini, one's an Aries, the other one's a Leo, all very selfish signs.
Very selfish. Yes. Yes.
So it makes sense, but yes.
Absolutely it does.
Yes.
It does. It makes sense. Yes, Jolene, you're next.
Oh, I was just agreeing that I have met people like that. And I feel like I felt like I was talking to myself when
Yeah.
I was alert, when I wanted to have a conversation. And I'm like, okay. And then they'll get it. It's like, come on, you know, I'm
Right.
you know, I have to really calm down.
You're 7, honey. It's
so bad.
gonna be yes, Deirdre.
Thank you. Does that mean that they do not hold the ability to do that, or it's just that that's where they live?
They don't have the ability.
Mm.
The ability to express feelings is limited. They are, yeah, they just not built like that.
Can that change?
Nope.
Mm.
Oh, sorry.
No.
And my dad was not very affectionate at all.
At all.
Like a hug from him was almost painful. It was one of them weird church hugs where
Yeah.
a little pat on the back. And yeah, my dad was not emotional and not affectionate at all.
My grandmother, she had 2 emotional. She wasn't hugging shit, wasn't kissing you, wasn't doing none of that.
My mother either.
She wasn't doing none of that.
Oop.
None of that. Not at all. Mm-mm.
But you said I'm an emotional one. Is that what you're talking about? An emotional one? I'm an emotional one. But
No, I said, hold on, Vanda.
you said I'm an emotional. You said I'm one. Are you talking about ones?
Hold on.
Okay. Because I know
You are one on the emotional, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with the group that, because I'm always hugging and feeling and I don't understand.
Your ability to express your feelings is either limited or it's not important to you because you've made it just a natural thing.
Yeah, I like that. Make it a natural thing.
So
Okay.
it's almost like you putting on your glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't expect it back from others. don't
Really,
care.
that's why I said with Michael. I said, okay.
Yeah, it ain't important. Yeah.
Okay.
Now
You-
on the
you- oh.
oh, you had something, Jolene?
Yeah, the difference between, you know, emotional and becoming or being called aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, I think people get confused with emotions and aggressive. And aggressive is just you speaking up for yourself. Emotional is something different and more specific.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's
Absolutely. Speaking of the hug, Vanda, I gotta tell y'all a little story. I was speaking with someone today, and we were talking about, you know, the folks who are serial huggers, who they see you and then they automatically just run in and drop their head and start, you know, to wrap their arms around you. I told the person I was talking to, I said, yeah, when they duck their head and close their eyes, get ready to hug, just back the fuck up. And they'll stumble and fall. That's what you do to them serial huggers. You back them up. 'Cause they're not paying attention. They're not paying attention. They got their eyes closed. They just think, they be like, whoop, and just miss and just stumble. And yeah, that'll stop them from doing all that. Yes, Deirdre, go ahead.
No, that's just funny. I can see the picture of them tucking their head in.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's nothing there.
Nothing there. Whoops, you missed. Yep,
Can I
Try to
share a
wake them up for
story?
next time. They'll be careful next time.
absolutely. Please do, Victorious. Please
So
do.
I used to work at Agape, and everybody at Agape wants to hug you. And it's funny, there was a guy that used to do security there, and it drove him nuts how people always wanting to run up and hug him. And they had a lot of people that didn't believe in deodorant. And
Yeah,
so he was
man.
like, these people would come up and hug me, and then they would put their armpits on me, and then I would have their smell on me. So he said he would disarm them when they came at him with the hug, and he would just grab their arms to keep them from putting their arms around
Yeah,
them.
man.
Yeah.
Man. And
I'm
for
sorry,
me,
that was probably too much information, but
yeah, but for me, we were talking about energy zappers and those energy thieves that come and hug you and zap your energy and take your energy or transfer rotten energy over to you. Man, back up, dog. I give you a fist pump. You know why I give the fist pump? Make a fist. Your energy is going back into you. It ain't going out to them. You get a fist pump, dog. Bam. That's what you get. That's what you get. All right. Let's get to on the extreme side. If you have many emotional plane numbers, it gives wasted energy and lack of self-direction because you just pulled around by your emotions all over the place. Too much imagination and a high-strung disposition. You can't never sit down too much. When you get older, you balance out. When you get older, you balance out. But you would have to have, let me look in my hold on, because I don't want somebody thinking they got many emotional numbers because you have 8. That's not many. I think 10 or more on the emotion is many. Yeah, you good. You're good with 8 on the emotion. Don't worry. Too many emotional plane numbers. The heart and affections rule over logic and reason. Yeah, you can't tell if somebody got too many emotional plane numbers. You can't tell them anything. Can't. Their heart and affections, what they love, or what is in my soul, is in my heart. I look through my heart. Make me sick with that. Yeah. But when we get into the actual planes, I will let you guys know what are the many and too manys and lows for each plane because they vary for each plane. All right. Any questions about the emotional plane numbers? Yes, Deirdre.
Okay, my question is, even though we understand what our numbers are, can you have this in a day? Like in one day, is it possible for your numbers to change in a day? Like you gave us the effect of what these numbers do, but just like today, my energy was so low and it was so abnormal. So could it possibly
let's see, hold on. 2 and 4. So you're in the 6th year and 8 months. So you should be, hold on, Deirdre, I can look for you real quick. Yeah, your numbers do change every day. You have a daily vibe each and every day. You're in a 7 year. So this has been a sabbatical year since January. And you're in a 9 month and a 9 day. Yeah, I bet you didn't have no energy today.
I didn't.
Nope. You'll have some tomorrow.
Fantastic. I'm usually good, but today was unusually
and
low.
Did you reschedule that surgery?
I didn't. They told me that I would have to wait till December the 26th, and that's too long.
Okay.
So
So you're gonna have it on the
the
on the
11th.
date? Okay, so I'll need to I will call you tomorrow if it's okay, and I will do some things so that your surgery goes so that it's a positive outcome for you on your surgery.
Thank you.
So I'll call you tomorrow and we'll
I
take care of
appreciate
that.
that.
All right.
And I'll put some prayers out for you.
All right.
Thank you. I'm just having knee replacements.
We still need some prayers, honey.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Operation.
All right. Now, in the majority of names, the intuitive plane is not the most outstanding plane. For intuition is a very dynamic quality. And for general living and well-being, only a small touch of it is truly, truly necessary. An absence of numbers on the intuitive plane is seldom found. Most names have at least one intuitive plane number. For to live wisely, everyone needs a link to the cosmos for guidance, for providence, and protection. If you, for lack of a better description, too many intuitive plane numbers, it gives spiritual sensitiveness and tremendous dramatic talent. Downside of that is your health will suffer. If you have too many intuitive plane numbers, yeah, you got a direct link to the eye of the cosmos. You got a direct link to any plane that you want to go to, any level of awareness, any type of cosmic experience that you like to have. Yeah, you definitely have that. However, because of all of those intuitive plane numbers, yeah, your health will, you might not be around too long. I'll just put it that way. You'd be too powerful to be around for too long. Yes, Jolene.
I think if you surpass your intuitiveness, you're allowing your body system to decide for you. You are depending on your body system, and your body system don't have no way of making those decisions. And then people just overthink, and waiting for the body to respond and answer the call. But nobody has no way to answer it. And so you're just walking, I just spoke to a client today, a patient about that today, because overthinking, waiting for the body system to come up with your answer, it's not coming from your body answer. It's not coming from your body. It has to come from your intuition and your own consciousness.
Absolutely.
Anything else, you're going to be lost.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
I'm eating. That's why I'm not.
It's all good. It's all
That
good.
was good, though.
Yeah, that was very good.
When intuition is average, it gives depth of feeling and ability to understand mankind and humanity without too much personal feeling. The ability to think, work, love, and to succeed in your chosen line of endeavor is not allocated or regulated to any one plane. Oh, I ran through the intuitive. Any questions on the intuitive? Most of us got one or two.
That, though?
Most when intuition is average, it gives depth of feeling and ability to understand mankind and humanity without too much personal feeling. On the intuitive plane, yeah, all anybody needs is a spark of it. So, and most, like it says, in the majority of the names, there's going to be, out of your 3 or 4 names, you're going to have at least one intuitive number, and that's all you need. That's all you need.
One intuitive number.
Yeah. Any questions on the intuitive plane number intensification?
Well, I have a number 3. So
we'll get to that when we get to the intuitive plane. I will touch on the number 3
Okay,
in depth.
we not
Yeah,
like-
I'm gonna go
Okay.
through all the planes 1 through 9. So physical 1 through 9, mental 1 through 9, emotional 1 through
Oh,
9, and
okay.
intuitive 1 through 9.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you. Thank
I'll
you.
go through all of those.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The ability to think, work, love, and to succeed in our chosen line of endeavor is not allocated or regulated to any one plane alone. However, know this, we often live our lives more in one side of our nature than the other. We do. You guys hear me say, you know, Pi First Beat Metatron on the 7s, and that I do everything on the 7s. I willfully lean in to my 7 energy, which is going to be at the detriment of my 3 energy. I have equal 3 and 7s in my chart. I got 3 3s, 3 7s. So I willfully dive into the 7 and I curtail the actions of the 3. And most of us live our lives more on one side of our nature than the other. I know someone that's got strong 6 and 8 energy, and they live mostly in the 6. Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's just, I wouldn't say it's a choice as much as it's in the makeup of each individual. I have the makeup to dive into the 7s. I have, it's a first step for me anyway. My name, Mark, is a 7. So I have the makeup to go all 7 and to shun the 3. It's just how we are and who we are. If we lived and experienced every number in our number charts and every planet and every sign in our astrology chart and every card in our card report, we would never get to being who we are. Because we would always be off doing some other shit, just all scatterbrained all over the place. These numbers and these cards and these signs, we pick them out so that we can work out our soul contract through our soul's journey. On a whole, most of us, do I got to give the air quotes for this? Yeah, I better. On the whole, most of us are well-balanced individuals, capable of meeting life from all levels and for all circumstances, having some degree of each quality of the planes of expression. The people who I'm talking about right there, they make very fine citizens indeed. It is the extremes of temperament or intensification which make for the unusual reactions to life's opportunities and help to make life interesting and not dull. These also cause some of the strange happenings in the world of crime and keep our courts very busy. Any comments, any questions about the number intensification of the 4 planes of expression?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes, like a person like me could feel contradictory because I have no tolerance for certain things. And then how do I want something that I want, but I have no tolerance for it?
That's the paradox and complexity of each of us, humankind. each of us have paradoxes and contradictions and you know, we have needs, wants, and desires, but some of our desires we don't need, and some of our needs we don't want, and some of our needs we don't desire. Yeah. It's just it's part of it. It's finding your balance, finding what works for you, and resisting that cookie cutter, being shoved into that cookie cutter role. It's just finding your unique balance, and whatever works for you, make it work for you, Jolene, and don't care what nobody else thinks.
And I don't.
Oh, I already know. Yeah, I already know.
It is, but I'm a good listener. I'm a good therapist, but when I'm done with that, then it's Jolene come, and then I'm a totally different, tolerable person, and it's like so contradictory. I can give it to other people, but personally,
Right. I got you. It's just part of the complexities of each and every one of us. We are all unique. Sometimes I sit back and laugh at some of my complexities and some of the paradoxes that I face and I go through on a daily basis. You know, none of you guys get the chance to see that because most of them are inside of me. Most of them are inside of me, just like most of our contradictions, most of yours are inside of you. So most of us, the world doesn't get to see those. They get to see the finished product that's got the shirt on and the glasses and I'm shaved and all that. They don't see the 30 minutes standing in the door deciding is it going to be an olive day or a blue day today. And I go back and forth over that shit. Like, really, dog, just pick a shirt, man. It don't matter. Don't matter what color shirt you put on, man. Just put a shirt on. Yeah. Thanks for that, Jolene. Anybody else? All righty. Well, if there'll be nothing else, I thank and appreciate everybody that showed up today. This has been On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron, where we do go through the 88 steps into your mastered self. And I guarantee you, if you keep On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron a part of your soul's journey, somewhere along the way, your mastered self awaits you. Again, I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up and participating and making my job fun. I am never saying goodbye forever. I'm always saying goodbye for now. I will see you guys on the other side of Wednesday. I'll see you guys Thursday. You guys be good to yourselves. Peace and love and blessings. Bye-bye for now.
Everyone.
Bye-bye. Love
Thank
everybody.
you.
Have a great night.
Always a pleasure.
Always.
Goodbye, you guys.